W zone right here. Right here.
That's awesome.
Yes.
And I guess we'll start with that. I mean, obviously, when you have a program like this, it takes gifts like this to get everything that you need to be competitive in this day and age.
In anything, whether you're a business, a university, a church, anything, it takes great people. And Betty Poe they just don't get any better. Great human being, incredibly generous to Clemson University. You know, not just Clemson football. She's been, and her whole family. Obviously, her husband played here for Coach Howard. I just learned today his nickname was Tweet, and I said, I was telling her he didn't know back then. Back then he was just kind of bird. The tweet came from a bird, and now it's a verb for tweet that or whatever. So pretty neat to be a part of this, and just the generosity of her family, and now the indoor facility being named in their honor. I just think it's so fitting because, again, they have always been on the forefront of serving Clemson in a lot of different ways. So I'm just thankful that the team got a chance to know exactly who Betty Poe is, and for them to know when they get off the bus and they're a part of Poe Plaza right before they run down the hill, and to put a face with a name and understand. And she doesn't do this for recognition. That really isn't who she is. She just does this because she loves her university and all the people that are part of it. So special day.
Start with the injuries. Mitch,
Everybody's good. Everybody's good. Mitch is good. The only one that's going to be out is Trayvon, and we're just going to kind of put him on the shelf this week. He just got a little inflammation in his Achilles area, and so we're going to just keep him in a boot all week and just take all the pressure off of him, and hopefully by Sunday he's bouncing around a little bit better. It's just kind of been lingering around, and he's been trying to play through it, but we just felt like for the long haul we need to take a step back this week and hold it.
I saw Jake was back here.
Yep.
Just
he was. He was
not
in practice
practicing
today, and it was just great to see him. It was great to just have him around his teammates. And I think it was good for them and for him. And so that's it was good. I think that's a positive. So I was glad to see him, and it seemed like he was in good spirits. But we'll just continue to kind of be on a day-by-day deal with that.
It's a little bit easier to have practice when you, and I know you've said all along every game's the most important one, but when you know there's an ACC title really on the line this weekend that you lose, it's done.
It was on the line last weekend too. We're fortunate that we get another chance.
Right.
I mean, we're very fortunate, but they've earned that. They've played well all year. So, but the one thing that they know from last week, and the thing that we talk about week in and week out, is you got to earn it, man. You got to play well, and so we're gonna have to play much better this weekend, especially being on the road up there against a team that's much improved. Defensively, going to be a big challenge for us, and so we all know what we got to do.
Has Christian taken any snaps back inside, or is he still just outside?
Well, we put him at some tight end, and put him inside, attached tight end, a little bit of fullback this week. And now, I think Christian always works. He always works everywhere. He cross trains and has all year.
Have you heard about what's going on at Wake Forest with the whole Louisville situation? Your thoughts on that?
Just briefly before I came out here, I don't really know any details. Somebody said something. One of our GAs was saying something about it, and I don't know any details. Something about some. I don't know if it was it signs or something. I don't know. I have no idea what they're doing.
They had new plays drawn up for Louisville, and Louisville had a copy of their game plan in their locker room after the game.
Well, no, it was before. It was Friday before the game.
Yeah, Friday before. Yeah.
One of the Wake Forest guys saw it or whatever, and he just gave it over to Coach Clausen, supposedly.
I've not heard all that.
Yeah. So as far as that goes, though, with security purpose for your own sense, how do you guys try to make sure you keep that stuff tight-lipped and nobody's able to get to it?
Well, we first of all, we try to do a great job. I mean, we're not paranoid around here, but we try to do a great job of, most of our stuff is on the computer, but the things that we do print up, they really don't get until we're getting ready to leave. And we do give them some scout report stuff. We take it up. One of the things that we do is we take it back at the hotel, so that we can account for everything that we give them. do tests, and they all have to take tests every week and stuff like that. So, but we try to have some accountability in place and bring that stuff up, so you don't leave stuff laying around in a hotel or something like that, or you go on the road and you're at a road place and you got your play stuff drawn up, your scout report, tips and reminders, things like that, and all of a sudden you leave the game and you've left your stuff laying in the locker. Well, all of a sudden somebody gets that, who knows how I could get to somewhere else, down the road. So we try to do a good job of that.
After, as we said earlier, the first loss in 2 years, has the team responded the way that you would like them to respond?
Great week of practice. They've responded tremendously well. Leadership has been great. Practice is good. We had a great practice last week. We haven't had any bad weeks of practice. We had a bad day Saturday in certain spots, but again, there was a lot of good things too. But we didn't win the game, and so we got to try to find a way to get back on track this week. Is
this one of those situations where it's really more on the players than the coaches to try and recover from that? The player leaders
I
to
think
get with
the best
everybody?
leadership definitely comes from within, and we have that. I mean, it's on the coaches too. We all have a job to do, but I've always said the best leadership is from within, and that's what this team is special about. It's been from day one. The leadership has been awesome, and from the time the game was over till where we are right now. They've done a great job, but at the end of the day, you got to play well. Best team doesn't always win. It's the team that plays the best, and the team that played the best last week was Pittsburgh. Bottom line, and so if we want to win the game, we can't just be the best team on paper. We got to play well. You have to earn that, and so our guys know that, and they're eager to get back to play. And that's why I said all week, we don't have to wait all year to play again. We get to play in a couple more days, and we're anxious to go play and try to play well. And we have a lot of respect for Wake. We know it ain't going to be easy. This is going to be a hard-fought game. If you watch their film, they have battled everybody, and because they got a good team.
When you look at them, especially on the defensive side, their secondary, I remember you saying last year how good they were, and that's had some NFL guys. You feel the same way about them this year and how good they are?
They do. They do a great job. First of all, they've recruited well, and they've developed those guys well. They have several guys that play here. No doubt about it. That we'd love to have. They're long. They're athletic. Their defensive end, 53, is a player. Number 8 in the middle, great football player. Their safety's second in the league in interceptions. He's a very savvy young player. Gets his hands on a lot of balls. They do a great job with their scheme. They really understand their scheme. That's why they've got so many interceptions and fumbles. They rally to the ball. They do a great job, man. And they have against everybody. That's why, again, they've got 32 sacks and lead the league in turnover margin. It's a good football team, no doubt. Defensively, they know what they're doing, and you're gonna have to play very smart, and we got to work hard as a team.
That's it.